Hey y'all, well, today on the channel, we got tons of information out there for you. We got Appalachian Trail completions. We've got the end of NOBO season has occurred. We've got Appalachian Trail closures. We've got how the trail has been drastically improved where it was devastated by Helene. We've got a final update on Trail Boss. So a lot of stuff going on. Let's go ahead and dive right in. So first off, let me just say thanks a lot for all the prayers, the good vibes, the goodness that you folks and the love that you folks sent Trail Boss and I. So as many of you know there that you watch us on a regular basis, Trail Boss was in the hospital and she had some issues. She's been back home now for almost a week now, but she is doing great. We just went to the doctor this morning, got a great checkup. Still some things that were going on as far as testing and everything, but everything is going great and a lot of peace there. So thanks a lot for everything that you sent our way. I had somebody make a comment about that, good wishes, prayers are okay, but good wishes and good vibes, is that witchcraft? Should I, as a Christian, be talking about that? Well, I'm just going to tell you folks that anything you send our way is awesome and you get more flies with honey. You know what? If you know, y'all know where I stand and you know where I am for you folks out there. But again, thanks a lot for everything that you sent in. Now, what's going on the trail? So we got Sonny Jim. He is on his flip-flop and he checks in with his update.
Hey there, Ramdino. It's October 18th. The top of Shenandoah Mountain in New York. Interesting name for a mountain. Beautiful day. We're expecting rain tomorrow. Had a 17-mile day yesterday. Looking at a 19-mile day today. Pressing on into Bear Mountain in New York and point south. So I got a little less than 400 miles to go. Pretty excited. Take care, and we'll get back to you later.
That is awesome. Less than 400 miles now and doing some big miles. So he'll be done here before you know it. And we got Taco Cat and Turtle Toe. They're also checking in.
Good morning, Ramdino. This is Taco Cat
and Turtle Toe.
And we are on top of Cheoah Bald. We have less than 500 miles to go in our pretzel through hike. We're headed to Springer. We have like less than 150 miles to go to Springer, and I think that's about it. Then we're going to flip up to Shenandoah because we want to hit that before they close all the waysides so we can have treats.
Yes.
Okay. Food.
Where they're at right now, it is absolutely gorgeous. And you can see those leaves and those trees in this background of this video they sent in. Man, those are awesome. So I wish I could be at the elevation and where they're at right now. Owlcat, she is from the class of 2020, but now she is also starting her 2025/2026 SOBO hike. So she got in at Katahdin, and now she is on into New Hampshire. And she is, hopefully she's going to be sending us some updates, but she started October 1st and she's out there on the trail. So good to hear from Owlcat. Good to see her back on the trail. So we got some completions out there for you. Always exciting to hear about those. We got Lieutenant Hikes. He finished his through hike. Lieutenant Hikes began updating us early on in his hike, and as often happens, and is perfectly okay. Folks get busy out there on the trail. They get busy with the, just the everyday getting up, breaking camp, fixing lunch, or fixing breakfast, getting out on trail, hiking, getting to camp, putting camp together, fixing supper, going to bed, sleeping, getting water, rinse, lather, repeat. I get that. That is not a problem at all, but we still congratulate him. Still just want to give him a huge shout out there for completing his through hike. He said that he completed this and it was a dream of his for many years. He also said it was without a doubt one of the hardest things he's ever done mentally and physically out there. And I hear that time and time again. He also, something I hear time and time again without fail, is he wanted to thank the trail community, the trail angels, shuttles, hostile owners out there, just people that came up to him randomly on the trail. So that is awesome. He said they were all amazing. So thanks a lot for being the great community that you are. And then we got Creek. He is also finished his through hike.
Ramdino, this is Tom, trail name Creek. Wanted to let you know that I made it to the top of Mount Katahdin. As you know, I was hiking for Tunnel to Towers Foundation. Thankful for all of the people that followed my channel, and especially for those that made donations to Tunnel to Towers Foundation through the link. I'm so thankful for my family, my wife and my sons that supported me on this hike. The hardest part of a 2,197 mile journey for me was being away from my family. Their encouragement and the encouragement of those on my YouTube channel. So I'm thankful to Jesus. I'm thankful to my subscribers and my family, and want to wish you the very best. It's not too late to make a donation to Tunnel to Towers Foundation through the link in my videos. Thank you very much. Thanks for following along. God bless.
And somebody that hadn't been updating us, but as I have reached out to everybody that through hiked, and we want to, whether you update us or not, we want to include you in the congratulations out there and celebrate your awesome achievement that you did on the trail. So the kid, he checked in and he finished on, and he started his hike on March 15th. He was hiker number 949 down at Springer, and he finished September 30th as hiker number 722. And wanted to also give a shout out to his mom who watches this channel. So that's awesome, kid. Congratulations to you. Now, we mentioned Van Gogh earlier, or actually last week in our update. He was hiker number 851 who summited on October 11th. And right now he is the latest or the largest number we have. So we don't have any other after hiker number 811. So that kind of gives us a good indication of how many people have finished. We're going to talk more about how the NOBO season is over and there's going to be no more numbers coming in, but we'll talk about that in just a minute. So some 2026 through hikers we got out there. Got a quick intro from Doug, and he got his trail names at Woodholes Weekend. And as many of you know, I was at Woodholes Weekend and Woodholes. Woods Hole Weekend. And he was one of the participants there in the through hiker practical and practicum that they did out on the trail, as well as the classes that were held up there. And so that was really good. We've already had 2 from last year that have finished. Don't know if we're going to have any more. Some of those folks may not have gotten on trail. But anyway, Doug was there. Let's hear from Doug.
Hi, I'm Doug from my farm in upstate New York. I met you, Ramdino, a few weeks ago at the Woods Hole Weekend. Learned a lot. It was a great weekend. I recommend, if you're going to do the AT, I recommend doing the Woods Hole Weekend. You'll learn a lot. I'm here to announce my attempt of the AT coming this February. And I did get my trail name at Woods Hole. It's Upstate. So I'll see you out there on the trail.
That is very awesome, Upstate. Glad to hear that that's going to stick with you, that trail name that you got there while you were at Woods Hole Weekend. That's going to be really neat to watch and follow you along. So appreciate you sending in that video out there. Any other 2026 hikers, whether you're at Woods Hole Weekend or not, send in a quick 30-second intro video of you getting on trail and just, quickly why you're doing it and what you're looking forward to, and anything else you want to share with folks. Make it quick because we'd like to include as many folks as we can with it. So send that. The links to do that is down below. You can send that through email or any of the direct messaging through Facebook or Instagram that you'd like to do that. And of course, we also have the support list, so go and sign up for that. Populate yourself on that so other people can come and find your social media, and the hiker community can come and support you throughout your hike. And the link to that is down below. And you folks that are wanting to support people, the link to that spreadsheet is down below as well. Currently, we have 29 through hikers that are on that. That will be around 200 to 300 hikers before it's all said and done by the end of the year. But right now, we have got some new additions since last week. We've got Tie-Dye, Eldon Hubitz. Sorry if I'm butchering your names here, folks. Lori Mon, John Roy, Spear Shanker, I think is what it's called. Stacy Ware and Alexander Stevens. So looking forward to getting your updates throughout the course of your hike and supporting you on your channel. So some news you got. Of course, the biggest news this week is that Katahdin is closed. So Katahdin closed Friday, October 17th. Last year it closed on October 14th, so it's always bound sometime to close sometime around mid-October, maybe sooner, maybe later. But this year is October 17th, and Baxter State Park indicated that snow is falling at the higher elevations around Baxter Peak. And they expect fluctuations between freezing and thawing, which makes for muddy conditions, which can damage the alpine environment up there. And so they want to keep that and secure that, make sure there's no damage or as little as possible. And quite frankly, when that's one of the most difficult sections on the whole Appalachian Trail, the last section getting up to Katahdin and getting up to the sign there. And when it gets cased over in ice and snow, it's just too dangerous to try and go make that. So that's why they close it, and it'll be closed up until sometime first of the year, more than likely. As I indicated before, right now we've tracked 851 NOBO completions as of October 11th. So now that Katahdin is closed, there'll be no more NOBO permits issued for 2025. So if you know of somebody else has completed one, send them my way. We'd like to get their picture and just celebrate with them on their huge achievement. But I also want to find the last person, if I can, and especially the last day, October 17th, that Katahdin was open. And that's going to give us a good idea of how many thru-hikers. I don't know if we broke 1,000 or not. That's going to be iffy if we did that or not. So that would be interesting to know. And that's really the only source I have is hikers reporting in. I can't get Baxter to give me any information like that. And then Whispers, our northern correspondent who handles Maine and New Hampshire for us, he sent in a clarification on the huts there in the White Mountains. So this is caretaker season, and I'm not as familiar with those huts, certainly not near as he is. And he indicated that what caretaker season means is you've got one caretaker at the huts and you don't have a crew there. So there's not any food. There's not any ongoing cleaning that occurs. You can go up there and stay there. You have to pay to stay there, but there's nobody there to cook for you. There's nobody there to give you blankets or anything like that. It's just somebody taking care of the hut while people are coming in. But you can stay. It does cost to stay there, but that is open through the winter months. And then I want to give another huge shout out to the Tennessee Eastman Hiking Club. So this is a hiking club that maintains the trails there in the Tennessee area throughout really all of the Tennessee where the trail goes through Tennessee. And they have finally been given permission to get into Iron Mountain Gap. That was where, of course, there was a huge amount of damage from Helene, where most of the damage was in Tennessee. And they have done just an awesome job, not only punching through and getting the logs out of the way and clearing a path, but also in fixing root balls and just fixing the trail where it was damaged. And so they hadn't been able to get into Iron Mountain Gap because there was a logging operation going on there that the National Forest Service put together. My understanding is it didn't go too well. It's just really difficult to harvest logs that are vertical, that are horizontal. Most equipment's set up to harvest it where it is, standing vertically, and then they lay it down and drag it out rather than trying to get it where it's just like toothpicks on top of each other. So that's very difficult to do. And then plus it's stressed out. A lot of mills don't want to take stressed lumber like that. And then they also have to be wary about dragging it across the trail. I don't think they're allowed to do that. So all that really makes for an unsuccessful logging operation. And so now that is complete, Tennessee Eastman's been able to get in there and cut whatever logs they didn't get out of the way, away from the trail, and start repairing that section there. So don't know if it's completely repaired. My understanding is it pretty much is, but right now the detour that goes around that area where the damage was at Iron Mountain Gap has the detour is still in effect. And the ATC says that detour will be in effect through the 2026 season, thru-hiker season. However, I'll let you know if that area is hikeable. Won't tell you to go through an area that's supposed to be closed by any means, but I'll let you know as I get that information. But you can see through these before and after pictures that Tennessee Eastman posted that there is just an awesome amount of work that they're doing there. And we just greatly appreciate everything y'all are doing. They can still use volunteers to go out and help them, and they go out at least once a week, I'm pretty sure, right now. So if you'll go to their website and check them out, there's a link there where you'll be able to contact somebody to go and sign up to volunteer or just get on their email list to know when they're out there. That is, they still need your help, and they would still appreciate folks signing up and coming and help them. Now, the ATC has received a report of a food conditioned bear on the approach trail coming up from Amicalola Falls State Park up to Springer Mountain. So food conditioned bear got into some folks' food. He defeated the bear hang that they had and took all their food. So there's bears all over the trail, still are right now. And, before it gets to be hibernation season, they're probably really going to be out there in earnest. We've also, now that, of course, there's no berries and stuff like that on the trail, and there's, the winter is coming in. And so you're losing a lot of that winter, that spring browse that they had, or even the summer browse. And so they're looking food wherever they can get before they go into hibernation. So be aware of that, not only down in Georgia, but up and down the trail. And then some things I'm getting ready to do, or my hiking for the upcoming couple months. So I'll be probably in November going up and working on getting done with the shanties, but certainly I'm into the shanties now, and I want to try to get done with the shanties if I can, but certainly continuing on my hike moving north, trying to tie that section in that I haven't done between the shanties and Northern Virginia. Then I got the end of days hike that's coming up there down on the Foothills Trail in South Carolina, October 27th. That's a time that the hiker community gets together. A lot of thru-hiker alumni down there and thru-hiker wannabes that are coming. So there's a Facebook link to the trail that where I give announcements about that, but that's coming up December 27th. It's going to be a great hike for the hiker community to get together and just come and hang out on an awesome trail. And then sometime first of spring, I plan to go up and finish Pennsylvania and get on a little north of Delaware Water Gap as far as I can. That's what's coming up. That's what's going on the trail right now, folks. As always, appreciate you, and we hope to see you out there.